Hey everyone. Basically, I've been at work all day today. I am at my host home at the moment. I've been helping out with a little bit of cooking today since I've been at home, which I'll show in my blog on the weekend. Uh, in this blog, it's not much about me. I've got an interview with me and Alfred. He's a Ugandan counterpart here on a placement as well. I want you to watch it all the way through because it has a very inspiring message, and he's had quite a dark past, but he sheds some light on the things he wants to come out of this placement with. So enjoy. It's casual. Don't worry about that. That's literally for me.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
it.
All
And
right.
now I just want to know about you, Alfred. So what's this doing?
Yep.
So yeah, I just want to know, like, tell me about yourself. So just explain,
Um,
like, your name, how old you are, where you're from.
Yeah, I'm called Alfred Kidega. So
Yep.
Kidega is the surname. Normally in a family, normally when you're born, they give you a name. Mostly, sometimes you could have inherited maybe from the ancestors or somebody that had maybe passed on or is still alive, but somebody that's respected.
Okay.
So Alfred Kidega, and I come from the northern part of Uganda, and then I'm 26 years.
Okay.
I just turned just 3 days ago.
Oh yeah, it was your birthday,
The
wasn't it?
26th of June, and I come from a family of 13,
Wow.
but from the same mother and same father, and I'm the fifth child in my family.
Brothers, sisters.
Yeah, sisters, probably out of the 13, we don't have 5 right now. They've passed on,
Oh, okay.
but we are alive. We are 18.
Oh wow, that's a lot of children.
So we have 4 sisters, and then 4 sisters, and then and 4 brothers.
Wow.
So
Big family.
yeah, it's a little
Big,
big
big.
family. You know, in community, in our own setting, in our culture, most of the time when you give birth to many children, more like the community will be able to respect you, and then they will give you that honor. So it's just like a pride to have many children in the community in my culture.
So the more children, the more respect.
Yeah, the more respect they give to you. Unless somebody have only one child or two children, they will not give you much respect compared to somebody who's having more than maybe 5 children going.
Oh, wow.
Just like respect the community.
That's very interesting because, like, in the UK, it's similar. Well, no, it's less respect if you have more children, if you can't afford it, kind of thing. It's
Yeah.
really weird in England, but like, it's getting younger and younger and younger. Like, old women having children and stuff like that as well, which is a bit strange, but. Yeah.
Like, it's getting eroded. It's not like the world is just going, and the country is just growing. The culture is just being changed a little bit because of the effect of the war in my where I come from.
Yeah.
But it's getting a little bit eroded. So nowadays, if you don't plan very well and how to number of children you need to have, then they will be in problem. You will not be able to take care of them to school, or maybe get them for them the best institute of life and this kind of thing. But it's getting eroded, unless maybe when you go very deep in the village,
Okay.
they're still practicing. But when you come a little bit abandoned setting, people don't love to have many children because you need to have children where you know they're going to take care of them.
Okay, it must be nice having quite a big family as well, though.
Yeah.
As in, like, I come from a family of, so I've got 3 siblings from my dad's past marriage, because they didn't all come from my mum, and then I've got 3 siblings from mine. So I come from 6. I'm one of 6.
Oh, okay.
Which is quite a big
Oh,
family. It's not
that's
too
nice.
bad.
That's
Yeah.
nice.
But like, tell me about like your hometown and things about that. So.
Yeah, my hometown is in the northern part of the country. It's called Gulu.
Gulu?
Yeah, Gulu. It's just a town. It was founded in 1910.
Really?
1910.
Wow. it's a
Yeah,
whole
so
town.
yeah, it's just kind of 100 plus. So basically, it's not a very big town. I initially it was very big, but Uganda, mostly the government they're creating more districts. So there are many districts that came from Gulu. About let me see, Nwaya, Moro, Amoro. There are about 4 districts that came from Gulu.
Oh,
But
okay.
Gulu was big. And now it's not very big because many districts were able to be sprouted from Gulu initially. But Gulu is not like too big right now
Ah,
because
okay.
of the district that have been created from Gulu.
Oh, okay.
But it's a nice town, and it links the country. When you want to go to the southern part of Sudan, mostly you pass through Gulu, and mostly people prefer to go and even do business in Gulu
Oh.
because it has been disturbed by the insurgency of the Joseph Kony, and now people are setting up and many things. Many people want to go and see Gulu and all this kind of thing. So it's just it's a nice place to be in.
Yeah. Well, so like, what kind of history do they have like in your hometown? Because I remember you telling me something about like as you were victimised in a part of it, and I found that really interesting. I hope you don't mind talking about it.
Yeah.
But, people would love to hear this because it's not there's not much light on it where we're from, and I think there should be.
Yeah.
Because people like in the UK can get brainwashed and get comfortable, and it's not always a good thing.
Yeah.
So if you can start wherever you like, anywhere you like, just lay it on.
Well, I would love to say that many things happen in Gulu, but the more that people talk about the war that happened in Gulu some time ago, you know, when I was young, there were so many things that we experienced, especially because of this war. So the war that happened was caused from the low resistance army. This is the army being led by Joseph Kony, just kind of fighting the government and this kind of thing. So basically, there were so many things that happened, and just want to say I was a victim of it. Joseph Kony was a soldier who, of no reason, he went to the bush and wanted. Nobody knew actually what his mission was.
So he came from nowhere, kind of thing.
Yeah. So basically, for him, I know of his village and I know part of his family as well.
Oh wow.
I've been also into his village, but I've not seen him physically.
Yeah.
So he went to school, like the primary level, up to level 6. So after that, from there, I think people believe that something started disturbing him when he was still in primary school, because sometimes we go to school, but we find that he had gone to the bush. He would stay for some time, maybe a week, and then
really?
you see him coming back home. Nobody would know what he'll be doing in the bush.
So when you say bush, is it actual just like
a big forest, just very far from where people stay? Just like a forest where you just go and hide and do what you want there. People will not see you. So basically, that's how it started. It started when he was very young, and later on he was able to have some soldiers, and he was able to get children, abduct children, and he was able to train them to have guns and to know how to shoot guns and even to kill people as well. Yeah. And that was the worst part of it. Basically, so this one here continued for many years, and people were being affected a lot. And people were able to run away from their home, and they were able to go and sit in a place that was not very conducive for them. It's called IDP camps.
Okay.
Because they are running away from Joseph Kony. Because when they get you, when you're unlucky, they will kill you.
Yeah.
Or they will just loot all your properties, and then you just be left like that. So basically, it affected so many people, financially, mentally, psychologically, and it was something that was not good at all for the normal well-being of human being.
Oh, I see. So it was, massive impact on
massive.
people's lives. I mean, I remember briefly it came around that coverage in our country briefly, and there was one person trying to massive highlight on it, and there was people were putting posters all around London. There was a big change, kind of. It was just a raising awareness thing, and it was huge for like a week. And then it just disappeared. And then we heard like the worst things about abducting and having like an army of child soldiers and sex slaves as well, isn't there something like that? Yes. Yeah, and but apparently it doesn't. There's the things going around that he has like powers or something like that.
Yes. So basically, as he was growing up, but as I told you before, that when he was still going to school, like in primary level, and he was. Sometimes we would find him just going to the bush. So there was a time that normally there was this big river near to his home and near to his village. One day in the morning they went to swim with his friends. So what happened when they went to swim? He just went to the water and then he just disappeared.
In the water?
Just in the water deep. And he stayed there for 3 days.
What?
So the friends were just very surprised what was going on. They couldn't see his body and all these things, and they went back home and they went to go and report. So they kept on checking him, but fortunately that third day in the morning when they went to check on him, they found him. There was just big rock in the middle of the water. So he was just sitting there. He couldn't say any word, but he was just sitting there, not even talking and all these things.
So what was he doing?
Yeah, so basically the people have the perception, the people thought that maybe he inherited some evil spirit or something that just catch him in the water and all the kind of things. So like supernatural power that he's possessed to it. So basically, that is it gave him the time now to go to the bush now, to go to the forest, to just go to a hiding place away from home. So basically, so when he went to the bush. That's when he started fighting, and the immediate thing that he was doing, he was able to started abducting the children. Although he most of the time also come and visit home, but he started now abducting children, and he would come to a place, he would come to a specific home and be able to, the first thing that he's going to do is going to identify those who are eligible or those who can fight.
Okay.
Like the youth. If a youth in a family, he will take you away, whether you like it or not, they will take you away by force. And if they take you, they will just go and train you how to shoot the gun and how to kill. And also, in the bush, they will not be farming, but they would come back, look for food from people's home. They'll come and rob you forcefully and take your stuffs. And unfortunately, also, they also would think to kill you. It's just they feel like it's free for them to kill you and do anything to you. So basically, the common thing that perhaps are also happening, they would love to always light the fire, because people where I come from, many they live in a grass thatch building, grass thatch houses made of like mud and this grass and stuff. Yeah. So they will come and then burn the grass thatch houses, and they
people inside and stuff like that.
Yeah, sometimes they push in back inside and then they lock you and then they burn you inside.
Oh, really?
Or perhaps they will ask you to carry your own foodstuff and take with them to the bush. You carry your own foodstuff for them, and go with them and to the bush. And also on the other side here, they will burn your house. Okay, so that's the common thing that had been happening. Some of the worst thing that happened, I remember one time that whereby the soldiers were able to abduct just a community. They came, and then people that not knowing anything, but they came coincidentally, and they were able to abduct a lot of people. So when they were abducted, so the soldiers, they ordered this group of people to divide themselves into two groups. And also when they divided them into two groups, they ordered the other group to kill the other group.
Really?
So when the other group...
Do they know each other?
Of course.
Yeah.
In a community, you know each other. Okay, this is maybe
friends
probably
friends.
Can be your relative, can be your friend, somebody in a community, in an African traditional setting. At least you know many people in the community. When you live here, I will know many people around me, my friends, all this kind of, because you greet, you talk, you know each other very well. So the other group are able to kill the other group. Now when they kill the other group, so what happened? They were given instruction to put these people into pieces. What? And then they got these big pots, and they were told to take these pieces and cook in a pot, the human flesh.
So they,
and then after cooking, they were asked again to eat this flesh. So if you don't want to eat, you'll be killed. So the instruction that you have been given, if you don't follow it, they will do anything on you. So out of surprise, you will do whatever they will tell you to do. You do whatever they want you to do. So basically, you don't have any liberty, or you don't have anything to say. So basically, and that is something that continues all the time. So whereby it reached a time that it was just very hard for people to stay, to live at home. Around this time, maybe in the morning time up till maybe 5, 6, you still be okay to be at home. But late in the evening, or maybe 7 going, you think about leaving your home and going to the bush, or maybe to a hiding place, because you know that they will come. Okay, because they move to people's places, just one place, they will come and then they will abduct, they will come and get away your food and all these kind of things. So basically, it was just very hard, whereby people would leave their home and then they will go and in a hiding place or maybe sleep for the night, because they like moving at night. So it is a night that when they come and then they just kill people and they do all these kind of things. So when they come in the morning, you come back home, and also you need to prepare yourself, make sure that you have eaten, you have done everything in the daytime. So in the evening, you have to leave your home. So when you go to the hiding place, maybe in the bush, it's not even very easy out to sleep. Sometimes it can be rain and all these things, mosquitoes and those things. It's just very common.
So it's even dangerous. It's even dangerous out there, isn't it?
Yeah. So I'm saying this because based on the experience.
Yeah.
I've been a victim of that. I've slept in the bush for so many times.
Really?
I would run with my mom and my siblings to the bush because you fear that they will come and then, or maybe take you away, or maybe perhaps kill your family.
Can I ask how old you were at this time?
By that time I was about 6, 7 years.
Yeah.
I just remember very well.
And is that the kind of age that? What age are they targeting?
Yeah, basically, they see if you're liable of taking a gun.
So size.
If you're liable to carry a gun, and just like that, that's what they consider. If you're strong, and basically, around that age, actually, from maybe 7 years, maybe just going, somebody is eligible of carrying guns.
Yeah.
You'll be taken and you'll be trained there. You'll be there for many years. And this, unfortunately, these young people who are abducted, they're very dangerous. Okay, they're trained because they're trained to shoot and then to kill.
Yeah, they don't know any better, do they?
Yeah, they don't know anything. That they think they're doing the good thing.
Yeah,
they feel excited because they know killing somebody. You don't know why you're killing, and it's not. Is it good or bad?
Yeah, that's
you will not even understand.
Yeah,
so it's something that had been going on and so forth. I've been a victim of sleeping in the bush and just running away from this rebel.
Yeah.
Who being led by Joseph Kony. It was something that I don't forget about. It happened really where I come from. Yeah.
So, bear me 2 seconds. Perfect. So, so you say you're a victim
Yes.
of it. Would you be able to tell me a little bit more about that? Do you know anyone, any of your friends, or anyone that's been
Yes.
victim as well?
Well, I know so many people. Because right now, after I speak, there are many people who have been able to come back from the bush. After many years, some they even stayed for 10 years in the bush.
10 years in the bush?
Yes, but they're still
Sleeping
even
in the
coming
forest.
back right now. Someday you went as a youth and you come back when you have gone a little bit.
Yeah.
And when I was about 6 to 7 years, it was a time that just in the morning, we just slept, and just early in the morning, just we woke up, and I was just a little bit young, and we woke up and we found these soldiers. They were just inside in my room. They were just scattering everything, and my dad was in charge of taking care of the prisoners.
Mm-hmm.
So they were distributed guns and all these kind of things. So they went, basically they were expecting to get guns. So they went to our home, and then unfortunately we found them there just cutting everything. And my mom, my mom and my dad, they were just awake, and some of my older siblings. So basically, what happened when they checked the gun, they couldn't get the gun. Because that day my dad left the gun somewhere, he couldn't come with it back home. Yeah. So what happened when they did not get the gun, they did not kill anybody, but unfortunately they took my older brother with them.
How old was your older brother?
He was by then 13, 14 years.
Okay.
So they took him to the bush. So when they took him, and perhaps there were even only 2 soldiers, because they will come. When they want to go and attack, they would come in a certain place, and then they would distribute themselves. Or maybe move 3 or 2 to maybe to that home and like that. Mm-hmm. So the 2 soldiers came to our place, and they took my brother. And then after they took him, that is how he went. And after 2 years, that's when he came back home.
How did he come back home?
So basically, what happened? It was kind of just luck. He was just very lucky. I really believe so much in speaking more than 2 languages, and that's what helped him. He could speak Luganda. So what happened? They had a very big war, this usual, the government soldiers and the rebels. Basically, unfortunately, he was shot. During that war, he was shot. He couldn't move anywhere. He was just there. But when the government soldiers came, as they were following the rebels, they found them. They said about, there were many, perhaps. So when they saw the government soldiers, they started speaking in Luganda. But fortunately, all of these soldiers, they could speak Luganda. Okay? Say, okay, this is one of that son. Let us take him.
Yeah.
But the rest, they were killed.
Just
when he was seeing them.
lined up and shot? Or?
Yeah, they were just, I don't know how they were killed, but they said they were killed because they were rebels. But
Yeah.
for him, he could speak the language that this government soldier could speak, and that is how he survived, and that's how he was brought back.
So lucky. I mean,
He was
the
very
skills as well.
lucky, man. When he was telling that story, I just almost cried, man.
Yeah, of
It
course.
was not something that.
So when you
was
see him again,
because we are forgotten because we thought maybe he wouldn't come back.
yeah, of course.
Many people have gone to the bush and they couldn't come back up to now. Their families have forgotten about them. They don't know whether they are still alive or they're dead. They don't know.
And I guess as the longer they grow up in the bush, the more how right killing is, and then the more disturbed people they are.
And also there's always constant war going on because sometimes government soldiers will set an ambush or just this shooting and killing. You don't know whether somebody will survive or not.
Yeah.
So it's something that is terrible. And there's so many friends whom I know, or I talk even to them sometimes even daily, and they will tell me so many things about normally in the bush you are forced to do many things that you don't even like to do, but
Yeah,
if
something you wouldn't think of.
if a commander tells you to do something and you refuse, you get problem. So you go and do it for you to survive and continue being with them.
That's it. That's the dark world. Moving on. I mean, that's an amazing story. But moving on, something a bit lighter. Why are you here? Why are you doing this placement? Because you seem like such a professional guy, and like you're smart, and you seem educated. I mean, like, what do you want out of this experience?
Well, this is a very good opportunity. Last year I was introduced by a friend. A friend came and told me, and some other friends also as well, that they need some people to go and fill some form. So I just decided to go, and I found that there was challenges worldwide, and I've been able to fill a form. And they told us that okay, wait, we'll call you when we see what you feel there. So fortunately, out of the group, I was the only one who was called.
Oh, really?
To come for the training. I was just very surprised, and
Everything happens for a reason.
so I attended the assessment. It was last year, and in July, in my hometown, not in Kampala, and where I come from, Gulu. So they wanted me to work in September, but unfortunately, because of the school, I was going to school. That's why I couldn't come that time.
Yeah.
But they kept me, and they kept following and for my availability until this time that they've been able to call me to come. But this is, I feel like, is a very good opportunity. I am a business student.
Yep.
So this one is related mostly to business.
Yeah.
So it's always very good whenever you go to study, you need to have experience.
Absolutely. That's
You say experience is always the best teacher. It leads you to do so many things. It leads you to be exposed to many things. Okay, like this placement will help me a lot because I have an intention to, in the future, to be an entrepreneur.
Okay.
So I would love to be an entrepreneur, to start up an enterprise that I will be able to be in charge of it, and I would love also to be able to employ others to work with me. And that's how you create opportunity to so many people.
Absolutely.
And I know that this placement will give me so many experience. As we'll be very soon going to our awesome and also going to our enterprise. So I think this placement is just a very good opportunity for me for learning. For me, I'm someone who love to discover so many things and to have as many friends as I can. Because within the many friends that you have, they have different skills or many things. So you'll be exposed to having these advices, how somebody has been successful in life and all these kind of things. So I love having cycle of friends. And also I love leadership abilities, and I'm in a university in my second year. I'm also the guild speaker. You know, in a university we have the student leadership. I don't know how you call it back home, but for us here we call it guild government.
Guild government.
Yeah, so
That's
you have
leadership.
yeah, you have the president, you have the guild speaker, and then the ministerial bosses, the main of them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I'm the guild speaker, whereby I'm in charge of all the council meetings and organizing the election, because I'm the chairman of the electoral commission in the student side, and also I'm in charge of all the council, and I speak for the guild government.
You do so much. I mean, like from a person that's come from such a hard background, you have just transformed into someone that does so much for everyone else and for yourself as well. I just think that's amazing, inspiring to my people back home, which I'm going to show this to. And literally, if people had a little bit more hope like you do, I think a lot of people can do a lot more, you know?
Yes.
But I think you're doing awesome.
My weakness comes and goes.